would like to introduce myself. My name is Sandip Barge, and currently I am pursuing my PhD from Shiva University, Kolhapur. I have already qualified SET and Maharashtra SET and NET examination also. In today's session, we will discuss how to crack the Maharashtra SET, in particular English language. Uh, Smart strategies, effective preparation, and success tips. Through this session, uh, we will discuss. Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Through this session, we understand the Maharashtra State examination. I know all of us have idea about Maharashtra State examination. Then effective preparation strategies for English literature. Then syllabus analysis and topic prioritization. And smart study plan and time management. Then we will discuss how to use previous year question papers for and how to use revision techniques. Then exam oriented approach for maximizing scores and tips and tricks and common mistakes to avoid. First of all, we will discuss about what is meant by Maharashtra State. It is a state level eligibility examination conducted to determine the eligibility of candidates for the post of assistant professor in universities and colleges of Maharashtra and Goa. This examination is conducted by Savitribai Phule University. Savitribai Phule University is nodal agency for this examination. All of you know about that. The Maharashtra State examination is recognized the Maharashtra State certificate is recognized by the universities and colleges across Maharashtra and Goa for assistant professor recruitment. Then, eligibility criteria we should know. Candidate must have complete a master degree or equivalent examination from the recognized university. Minimum 50% marks for general category, and according to caste-based reservation, reserved categories candidates receive relaxation as per the government norms and UGC norms. There is no upper age limit. This is also important. And final year postgraduate students may also apply subject to fulfillment of the eligibility conditions. Means those who are appearing in MA examination, they can also apply for this examination. There is no upper age limit for appearing the SET examination. As we know that structure of the examination. In first paper, there are 10 chapters. I have only mentioned very few: teaching aptitude, research aptitude, logical reasoning, communication, ICT and higher education, then environment, science, and logical reasoning. These kind of 10 chapters we have for paper one. And always remember that paper one is the key factor to crack any state or NET examination. So you can get, if you get maximum marks in paper one, so there will be a little bit chance to crack examination. So don't neglect paper one. Now we will discuss about our core paper subject, the structure of the examination of English literature. In this paper, we have very vast syllabus. So paper two, subject specific paper. For English literature, aspirants questions are based on British literature, American literature, Indian writing in English, literary theory and criticism, linguistic and language studies. We will discuss the detailed syllabus. First, we have to understand what is the difference between Maharashtra SET examination and UG SET NET examination. See, Maharashtra SET examination is conducted by Savitribai Phule University, Pune, but NTA or UGC NET is conducted by National Testing Agency on behalf of University Grant Commission. And the purpose of this examination, as I mentioned, Maharashtra SET only offers assistant professor that position, but UGC NET offers us assistant professor, GRA, or you can get admissions for PhD also. Then the syllabus, 10 units covering literature, theory, criticism, linguistic, cultural study, and research methods. Same syllabus followed by Maharashtra SET. Then difficulty level. As compared to Maharashtra SET, UGC NET is difficult examination. So, if you see the difficulty level is higher than Maharashtra state, then competition, national level competition will be there in UGC NET. But in Maharashtra state, there are very few aspirants apply for Maharashtra state, those who are belong to other states. Then questions, more analytical and conceptual. In UGC NET examination, questions are more analytical and conceptual. If you observe previous year's examination, you will get idea about that. Then in Maharashtra state, the questions are more factual and direct. You will get direct questions, one-line questions in Maharashtra state examination. Then cutoff usually higher in UGC NET, but in Maharashtra state, if you see cutoff is usually lower than NET examination. Then GRF eligibility is available. You will get, if you qualified for UGC NET with GRF, then you will get scholarship or fellowship to pursue your PhD. Screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
Okay. First of all, let me know if any participant is those who cannot understand Marathi. Or is it okay to deliver whole session in English to English?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have language barriers, I will explain in Marathi also. Don't worry. Now, topic-wise weightage or general trends. If you see topics like literary theory and criticism, in UGC NET examination, difficulty level is very high and you will get maximum questions as compared to Maharashtra state. Then British literature, uh, you will get questions in NET examination in high. But if you see Maharashtra state examination, you will get maximum questions in British literature. Then Indian writing in English, moderate, here high. Means in Maharashtra state examination, you will get maximum questions on British literature and Indian writing in English. Then linguistic and ELT, moderate, moderate. Then cultural study, high, moderate. So you can understand what are the important topics for Maharashtra state. You have to focus on British literature. You have to focus on English literature, Indian writing in English. And if you see world literature, here very few questions you will get in Maharashtra state. So these are the 10 units, and you are all aware about that. First unit is drama. Here, not any specific time mentioned by the UGC and Maharashtra state. So you have to understand all the from ancient drama to contemporary dramas, like same for poetry, fiction, short story, non-fiction, prose. Then unit number 5, language, basic concepts, theories, and pedagogy. English in use. Then English in India, history, evaluation, and future. Then cultural study, literary criticism, literary theory. We will discuss this syllabus in detail. Now, effective preparation strategies for English literature. First one is understand the syllabus thoroughly. You have to understand syllabus thoroughly because it will helpful to understand for you which is the important topic to crack Maharashtra state examination. Divide the syllabus into major units. Then identify high weightage topics. You have to understand which topic is important. As we know that nowadays literary theory and literary criticism and cultural studies, these are the important topics. So you have to understand that things. Identifying high weightage topics. Then categorize topics as strong, moderate, and weak areas. As I mentioned in Maharashtra state examination, for world literature, there is little bit very low scope. So you will get very less questions in on world literature. So it will easy for you to categorize topics as strong, moderate, and weak areas. That's why I mentioned this slide. You have to understand which topic is important for Maharashtra state particular. Nowadays, see, uh, only 1 month in our hand. So you have to understand which topic is important for Maharashtra state to crack. Then why it matters? It prevents random studying. Then helps prioritize important topics and ensure complete syllabus coverage. It will helpful for you to complete your syllabus. Then build a strong foundation in literary history. Literary history forms the backbone of Maharashtra state English. So, literary history means, see, British literary periods. You have to understand whole British literature thoroughly. Then and then you will get maximum marks. British literary periods you have to understand like from Greco-Roman period to contemporary. Then American literary movements. You have to understand various American movements. We will discuss that movement in next slides. Then Indian writing in English. Then literary ages and characteristics. What are the strategies you have to follow? Create a timeline chart to understand that things. Nowadays, chronological questions are more in your examination. So, try to understand that chronologies with the help of timelines or charts. Then learn important authors and their works of arts chronologically. As I mentioned, nowadays we will get maximum questions on chronology based. So learn important authors and their works of arts chronologically. Then connect authors with literary movements. You have to connect that authors with literary movement like Romantic Age. William Wordsworth, Samuel S.T. Coleridge, and William Blake are the first generation romantics or the older romantics. But if you see P.B. Shelley, John Keats, and Lord Byron, these are the second generation, the young romantics. Like that, you have to create a flashcard or chart. So it will easy for you to retain that content during examination. Then master authors, works, and literary movements. Many questions directly asked about authors and their works in Maharashtra State examination. You will not get any direct question. Very few questions you will get in net examination, but many questions directly asked about the authors and their works in Maharashtra State examination. So prepare yourself about authors, their major works, their publication years, their literary movements, and important themes. For example, you can create authors and work flashcards like author, major work, and movement, Shakespeare, Hamlet, Renaissance, or Wordsworth, lyrical ballads, Romanticism, T.S. Eliot, Wasteland, Modernism, or you can create like this author, major work, publication year, movement, and important themes. Suppose if you see the T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland, this poem is published in 1922. This period is modernism, and the themes are spiritual emptiness, fragmentation, cultural decay. So you have to create these kind of flashcards. So it will easy for you to remember that work of art like William Shakespeare, Hamlet, we discussed, William Wordsworth, lyrical ballad, published in 1798, Romanticism, movement and nature, imagination, emotion, common life. These kind of flashcards you can prepare. See another example of that flashcard. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, published in 1813. This is Romantic Age. Then marriage, class, love, social manners. So these kind of flashcards you can prepare for your Maharashtra State examination. Now fourth point is focus on literary theory and criticism. This is a very very important topic. This is one of the most scoring section in Maharashtra State examination. Nowadays most of the questions are from literary theory and criticism. So try to focus on formalism, structuralism, post-structuralism, feminism, Marxism, psychoanalysis, post-colonialism, and eco-criticism. Try to understand or try to compare what is the difference between structuralism and post-structuralism, or what is the difference of formalism and feminism, Marxism. So try to compare these theories with one another. Then preparation strategies for literary theory and criticism. Understand the key concept. You have to understand what is meant by feminism, what is meant by Marxism, eco-criticism. So learn major critics from that theories. Then compare different theories like as I mentioned, Marxism and feminism. See, in Marxism, class struggle, but in feminism, uh, here gender inequality we will observe. Then ideology, then power and exploitation in Marxism. But in feminism, exploitation of women we can observe. So try to compare both theories and their critics. Then strengthen linguistic. This is also important topic. Linguistic often provides straightforward scoring questions. In linguistic, you will get straightforward questions. When I appear Maharashtra State examination, at that time, very simple question asked in examination: how many diphthongs in English language? Means these kind of simple questions you will get. How many diphthongs in English language? Or there are 44 sounds in English. How many strong vowels? How many strong consonants? Like that you will get questions. So try to focus on phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, and sociolinguistics. See, learn definitions and examples. Practice objective questions daily and use diagram and chart. As I mentioned, this is the simple chart. You can understand all 44 sounds. Which one is nasal sound, which one is fricative sounds, which are monophthongs, diphthongs, then affricates. So try to understand with the help of this kind of charts. So it will easy for you to remember all that things. So here, as I mentioned, linguistic often provides straightforward scoring questions. So try don't miss any or don't miss any questions from this section. Linguistic will give you scoring marks. So learn different definitions and examples, practice objective questions daily, and use diagram or charts like this. Now, prepare literary terms and devices. Questions frequently appear from literary terminology. Here, what is meant by metaphor, simile, irony, symbolism, allegory, imaginary, oxymoron, or metonymy. So, these are the figure of speech. So, you will get idea when you understand that poems or that concept clearly. Then in various state examinations, you will get these kind of questions like what is meant by annus mirabilis. And these are the terms, very very important terms. Annus mirabilis means year of miracles, means very very important year in that particular author's life. As we know that annus mirabilis means important year of life. Then magnum opus means great work. As we know that William Shakespeare's uh, Hamlet is magnum opus, like that. Magnum opus means great work or very very important work of that particular author. Then carpe diem. This is also important term. I think this question asked in examination. What is meant by carpe diem? Seize the day. Or memento mori. Memento mori means remember you must die. These kind of simple questions you will get in your examination, but you should know the what is the exact meaning of these literal terms. So try to find out that kind of terms through internet or through various books. Now solve previous year question papers. Previous year question papers reveal question patterns. Means you will get idea about what is the changes offered by that uh, paper setter during the time of span. So previous year papers reveal question patterns. So benefits understand the exam trends. Nowadays in net examination, cultural study add in recent 2 to 3 years or few years. So understand the exam trends through previous year question papers. Identify repeated topics. You will understand which topic is repeated. Then improve speed and accuracy by preparing or by solving previous year question papers. Then recommendation, solve at least 10 years question papers. Then analyze mistakes after each test. Then practice MCQ regularly. Now, as we know that both NET and SET examinations are MCQ questions. So daily practice 100 to 150 questions per day. Then topic wise practice is necessary. Means try to focus on which topic is very very important. As I mentioned, literary theory or literary criticism. Try to solve maximum questions from that books. Try to understand authors and their work of art and their ideas. So it will easy for you to get maximum score. Weekly full length test you can solve. Then benefit better retention. Once you solve any question, once you solve any question, choose any option. You cannot easily what we can say. You cannot once you solve any question like MCQ question, you remember that question during examination. So it will helpful for you to better retention, then faster recall and improve confidence. It will helpful for you to improve your confidence. Now make short notes for revision. See, revision is the key to success. Literary periods, author and their works, literary theories, important critics, and linguistic concepts. Try to focus on these things. Try to focus on literary periods of that particular author. Then authors and their works. Then literary theories, important critics, and linguistic concepts. Use mind map. This is the important thing. Use mind map and one-page summaries. So, as here, I will provide you one example. Graham Greene wrote 42, I think, 42 novels. But his Catholic Big Four novels are very, very important. So, how you can remember that Catholic novel in one sentence? See, Graham Greene's Catholic novels are, you can create this kind of BPHE, or you can create one sentence. Brian's power ends the heart. Means here, Brian is a central character of Brighton Rock. Brighton Rock, then the power and the glory, then the heart of the matter, and the end of the affair. So you can create like this. Means Brighton Rock, the power and the glory, the heart of the matter, and the end of the affair, the end of the affair. So this kind of things you can use. Try to understand how we what we can say, how we retain all these things. Means this is chronological order. Brighton Rock published in I think 1922. Then Power and the Glory. Then the Heart of the Matter. Then the Ends of the Affair. Another example. Is it visible? Is it visible, all of you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Then see Charles Dickens. As we know that Charles Dickens is very famous novelist in Victorian period. So here in this sentence you will understand all that Charles Dickens major novels. See, first one is Pickwick Paper, then Oliver's Twist, then Nicholas Nickleby, then Old Curiosity Shop, then Barnaby Rudge, then Martin Chuzzlewit, then Dombey and Son, then David Copperfield, then Bleak House, then Hard Times, then Little Dorrit, then Tales of Two Cities, then uh, I forgot this particular novel, Our Mutual Friend and the Mysteries of Edwin Drood. So, this kind of sentence you can create. And these are the chronological order. So, you can understand all that chronological novels in through one sentence. So, try to create these kind of uh, strategies or this kind of sentences to remember all that novels. Then, time management strategies. It can be vary as per your daily schedule or as per your capacity. Daily schedule try to study 3 to 4 hours literature, then 2 hours literary theories and linguistics, 1 hour MCQ or 1 hour revision. Weekly plan 5 days learning, then 1 day practice test or 1 day revision. It can be vary as per your schedule or as per your capacity. Then what are the strategies for last 30 days? As per my uh, suggestion, try to complete uh, all that syllabus revision in first 1 or 2 weeks. Then week third, full length mock test. Try to solve maximum test. Try to uh, get the help of internet or get the help of AI to solve out that test. You can create your own test also. Then in week four, quick notes revision. Focus on weak areas. Don't. This is important thing. Avoid studying new concepts, so it will create confusion in your mind. So during this one or during last week, uh, try to avoid studying new topics. Then success formula. Here, learn or get more and more idea about English literature, understand concepts and theories, then revise it, then practice it, and then analyze, and then improve. Five golden rules. Complete the syllabus systematically. Focus on literary theories and literary criticism. Solve previous year question papers regularly. Revise multiple times and take mock tests consistently. Now, syllabus analysis and topic prioritization is why important. As we know that Maharashtra State examination syllabus is vast, so you have to understand which topic is very important. Why syllabus analysis is important? A systematic analysis of the Maharashtra State English syllabus helps candidates identify high scoring areas. It helps us to allocate study time effectively, focus on topics that frequently appear in the examination. Means it helps you to allocate study time effectively and focus on that topic frequently appear in the examination. Help priority topics. And through by understanding of previous few years trends, I use or I analyze this very important topic. Unit number 9, literary theory post World War II. 8 questions, maximum 7 to 8 questions you will get through on this particular topic. Then literary criticism you will get 8 questions. Then cultural studies you will get 4 questions. English in India, history, evaluation and future. 3 to 4 questions you will get. Then language, basic concept, theories and pedagogy. Uh, English in use, 3 to 4 questions. So try to focus on literary theory, literary criticism, cultural study. You will cover uh, 8, 20 questions you will cover in these 3 topics. So try to focus on literary theory, literary criticism, cultural studies, then English in India, history, evaluation. Here you will get questions like there are so many commissions. Uh, you have to understand there are so many commissions like Mudliar Commission or so many commissions. You have to understand their ideas and their what we can say that particular duration. Then language, basic concept, theories and pedagogy. Then subtopics like literary terms. You will get 4 questions. Famous characters, 2 questions. As we know that Charles Dickens is very famous for characterization. So, like that, you will get questions like Pip is a famous character from which novel? Then Uriah Heep, then Miss Havisham. These kind of questions you will get for famous characters. Then famous quotations. You will get some famous quotations, and you have to understand or uh, you have to choose that book, work of art or author. Then important subtitles. As we know that Pamela, a virtue rewarded, or there are lots of subtitles. You have to understand that things also. Then Nobel Prize winners. You will get 1 question. Then Booker Prize winner, Nanpit awardee. So this is Maharashtra State examination. So you will get questions like national level awards. You can get questions on Nanpit also, Booker Prize, Nobel Prize. Then masterpiece, 3 to 4 questions you will get. Then subtopics, Dalit literature. Nowadays, Dalit literature is also important uh, area of English literature. So you will get one or two questions in previous examinations. I think Baby Kamble or uh, on then Sharan Kumar Limbale on these authors questions asked in previous examination. Dalit literature, then South Asian literature. Here Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lankan. You will get one or two questions. Then world literature. You will get only two or three uh, questions from Russian new literature, black literature, Brazil, West Indies literature, Canadian literature, or Australian literature. Then world literature, European literature, French, German, and Italian literature, you will get three questions. Then post-colonial literature, you will get three questions. Indian literature, here also you will get 3 to 4 questions. Then American literature, you will get 4 to 5 questions. African Caribbean literature, 2 questions. And prosody, 2 to 3 questions. Now, main topics, unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, and unit number 4. You will get for drama 10 to 11 questions, poetry 10 to 11 questions, then fiction, short story 6 to 8 questions, and non-fiction prose 6 questions. So why I kept these topics uh, at the last of this content? Because this is the vast syllabus. You have to understand drama from ancient Greek to contemporary. You have to understand poetry from medieval age to contemporary. So this is the vast syllabus. You cannot complete that syllabus in 6 months or in 1 year also. So try to focus on scoring. Try to focus on scoring areas like literary theory. If you study thoroughly literary theory, you will get definitely 7 questions on that topic. Literary criticism, 8 questions. Like that, if you study it thoroughly, then you will get a maximum score. But if you read all the, is it not possible to read all the dramas, poetry, and short story, then fiction, non-fictional, prose, etc. Then British literature. Here, most important section of the syllabus covers it covers literary development from the medieval period to contemporary literature. I categorize or I divide all this British literature in 14 chapters. First one is just a minute. Greco-Roman period, 9th century BC to 5th century BC. This is also important period of English literature. Uh, just a minute. In Greco-Roman period, ancient Greek history, you have to understand like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. These are the major dramatists. You have to understand their trilogy. Then you have to understand the amphitheater structure. Most of the questions are asked in previous examination. Amphitheaters, their structure. Then Aeschylus, Sophocles, then Euripides. Then another important writer is Menander. Menander is associated who is in previous examination who is associated with new comedy question asked, and Menander is associated with new comedy. Then who introduced first actor, who introduced second actor in drama, like that questions you will get, and these questions are totally from Greco-Roman period. So try to understand Greek uh, dramatists like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. Then you have to understand also Roman dramatists like Virgil, Horace, Ovid, then Seneca the Younger, then Terence, Plutarch. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then second chapter, early history of Britain. You have to understand the early history of Britain. There are so many Normandian tribes or tribes attacked on Britain. So you have to understand that things, cultic revival or Anglo-Saxon age. You have to understand that sociological history of Britain. Then third chapter is Old English literature. Here so many vowel shifts, then pronunciation spellings changed, then vocabulary changed. You will get questions from that part also. Then as we know that in old literature, Beowulf is very very important uh, poem. So you have to understand that things. The plot of Beowulf, then features, characters, and Beowulf. Nowadays, a movie adaptation is also available on Beowulf. Then important authors like Cadman, Cinewolf, like that. Then fourth chapter is Middle English period. In this Middle English period, you have to understand sociological background of that particular period. So there are sociological background, then political background also. There are so many incidents happen during this Middle English period, like Hundred-Year War, then Great Famine, then fall of Constantinople. That things create impact on literature. So you have to understand War of the Roses, then invention of printing. Who invented first printing machine? Like that questions you will get. And the answer is William Caxton introduced printing machine in 1415. So you have to understand that things also. There are so many major kings. You will get questions on like that who ruled during the age of Geoffrey Chaucer. Like that you will get questions. So you have to understand political history of English also. Then Chaucer, next topic is Chaucer and his contemporary. Can you tell me any one or most famous work of art of Chaucer? Can anyone tell me the most important work of art of Geoffrey Chaucer? You will get definitely questions on Chaucer. So you should know the Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales is very very important work of art. In that particular work of art, Chaucer, there are so many questions asked on that particular work of art. You should know what is how many pilgrims are there in that Canterbury Tales. 31 pilgrims. Then how many story told? 29, 28 pilgrims told 29 stories. Chaucer told two stories. Then where they lived, they or where they stay, Tabardine, that particular location. Then 28 pilgrims and writer and Harry Bailey joined after. Like that, there are so many MCQ questions you will get from that Chaucer, the Canterbury Tales. You have to understand Chaucer and his contemporaries. Try to understand Chaucer's Latin period, then Geoffrey Chaucer's uh, English period. Chaucer wrote so many uh, work of arts. So try to understand that things. Geoffrey Chaucer uh, and his contemporaries. This topic is also important. Then early Tudor period. Here, in this early Tudor period, you will observe or you will understand the Byzantine Empire, then the second wave of Renaissance uh, we observe in this particular early Tudor period. So, try to understand what are the different political changes happen in this period. Then, next topic is William Shakespeare. This is the myth. There are so many means in previous examination, if you see previous 5 years examination, very few questions asked about William Shakespeare. So don't waste your time to read William Shakespeare thoroughly. Just try to analyze William Shakespeare's important work. Don't spend too much time on William Shakespeare. You will get hardly two questions from William Shakespeare. But William Shakespeare wrote 38, 39 dramas, then 54 sonnets and two poems, long poems like Venus and Adonis and Rape of the Lucrece. These long poems. But don't waste your time to focus on William Shakespeare. Then Shakespeare's contemporaries. This is also important topic. Like William Shakespeare's contemporaries, Philip Sidney, then Edmund Spenser. These are the Shakespeare's contemporaries, very very important authors. You will get questions. Definitely, you will get questions on Edmund Spenser or Sir Philip Sidney or Ben Jonson. Then university wits. Try to understand or try to remember university wits and their names like this Lily Pilly Lodge, Green Nash Marlowe. These kind of shortcuts you can uh, you can create. So it will helpful for you. Which of the following is not included in university bits? Like that, you will get questions. Lily Pilly Lodge means uh, George Lil, George, John Lilly, George Peel, and Thomas Lodge. This particular authors associated with Cambridge University, and Green Nash Marlowe means Robert Greene, Thomas Nash, and Christopher Marlowe. These writers associated with Oxford University. Like that, you can create shortcuts. So it will helpful for you how to remember university wits. Lily Pilly Lodge, Green Nash Marlowe, and Thomas Kidd also considered university wit. He cannot means he can't studied any university, but his writing style is like university wits. So Thomas Kidd also considered as a university wits. Then Shakespeare's contemporaries we discussed. Then Jacobean period from 1603 to 1625. This is also important period. In this particular Jacobean period, so many dramatists wrote dramas. It will create so many confusions. There are so many Webster, Dekker, then Chapman. These dramatists wrote so many dramas, and it will create confusions. So try to understand Jacobean period properly. Jacobean dramatists are uh, too much. So George Chapman, then Thomas Heywood, Thomas Dekker, John Marston, then John Webster, Thomas Middleton, John Fletcher. These kind of dramatists and their major works try to understand their things. Then poetry also try to understand. Then period of the Civil War, 1642 to 1660. In this period, there are so many social and political changes happened. So you have to understand what is mean by civil war and what that civil war impact on literature. Then restoration period here also this period is also important. Restoration period. Then Augustan poetry, Augustan prose. There are lots of uh, chapters here, but try to focus on which topic is important or which chapter is important. Victorian period Victorian period is very very important for NET and SET examination and contemporary period. So I will share this PPT in your WhatsApp group. So try to focus on and try to categorize these kind of things. It's too difficult to cover or it's too difficult to tell you all that writers and their names and their work of arts in this session. Uh, I will skip that point. Then American literature. See, this section explores the evolution of American literary tradition and cultural identity. These are the key areas or key movements: transcendentalism, then dark romanticism and American Gothic, then realism and naturalism, the lost generation. This also important movement, the lost generation and modernism. Then Harlem Renaissance is also important literary period in American literature. Then Beat generation and contemporary American literature. Now we will move on. Indian writing in English. English focuses on emergence and growth of the English literature. Indian poetry in English, Indian fiction in English, Indian drama in English, post-colonial perspective, and diasporic literature. There are so many questions asked in previous examination on diasporic literature. So try to focus on that thing. About drama, there are so many dramatists uh, who wrote in different languages. Try to find out their translations and their major works of arts. Then literary theories and criticism, a high scoring area that frequently appears in Maharashtra state examination. So major theories: formalism, structuralism, post-structuralism. Then feminism, Marxism, psychoanalytical criticism, reader response theory, post-colonial theory, and eco-criticism. Then linguistic, we discuss these points: nature and functions of language, phonetics and phonology, morphology, syntax, semiotics, pragmatics, sociolinguistic, and psycholinguistic. Then cultural study, this is also important thing in interdisciplinary field that explores cultural identity, media, and power relations. As I mentioned, nowadays you will get questions on Dalit literature. This is that questions is particularly based on this cultural study, popular culture, then mass media, gender studies, identity and representation, race and ethnicity, globalization, and cultural materialism. Literary terms, we already discussed some literary terms. Then glossary of literary terms by M.H. Abram is best a book for you. Keep that book in your uh, self library. Candidates should be familiar with major literary forms, devices, and historical movements like literary genres, poetry, drama, novel, short story, essay. Then literary movements: humanism, classicism, romanticism, realism, naturalism, modernism, postmodernism. So you have to understand that movements and their authors who associate with that movement. A doll's house is the best example of realism. Then literary devices, metaphor, simile, we already discussed that point. Now we will discuss sample questions. Which kind of questions you will get in your examination? Subtitles. A trivial comedy for serious people is the subtitle of The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. So they can ask what is the subtitle of The Importance of Being Earnest, or they can ask like a trivial comedy for serious people is the subtitle of dash dash. So you have to understand that thing. Subtitle Virtue Rewarded is the subtitle of Pamela. Then questions on poet or poem. The Temple is a collection of poems by George Herbert. George Herbert is a Jacobean poet, and he wrote what we can say devotional poem, The Temple, and how to understand how to retain questions like the Temple is collection of poem by George Herbert, and Step to the Temple is a collection of Richard Crashaw. How you can remember that thing? Richard Crashaw, Crash on Temple means Richard Crashaw wrote the Step to the Temple. Like that, you can remember Crash on Step means George Herbert wrote the Temple. Richard Crashaw wrote Step to the Temple. Then on poem, El Allegro is a companion piece of Il Penseroso by John Milton. As we know that John Milton is also very important literary figure for NET as well as SET examination. So there are so many poems written by John Milton. Try to focus on that thing. Now chronological sequence. Nowadays you will get more questions on chronological sequence. Moll Flanders, Pamela, Joseph Andrews, and Tristan Sandy. So you have to understand that publication year. I think Moll Flanders published in 1720, then Pamela published in 1740, Joseph Andrews published in 1742, and Tristram Sandy 1767 or 57 something. So try to understand that chronological sequences. Then full title. The full title of Tristram Sandy is The Life and Adventures of Tristram Sandy Gentleman. Like that, you will get questions. Then about characters. Bess is the innkeeper's daughter in The Highwayman by Alfred Noyes, or the or non ego. is the character of The Joys of Motherhood by Bucci Amicheta. Like that, you will get questions. Then act or scene. To be or not to be is a famous dialogue. In which act or in which scene or in which drama. Like that, you will get questions. Like lines. God is in his heaven and all is right with the world from Browning's Pippa Passes. Like that, you will get questions or lines, and you have to choose particular poem. Then opening or closing lines. Try to understand best opening lines and closing lines of uh, novels. It was the best time. It was the worst time. Opening line of A Tales of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Or quotation, hope spring eternal in the human breast, man ever, but always to be blessed. Quotation from Alexander Pope, an essay on man. Some questions like setting or background. Wordsworth Tintern Abbey is set against the river Wye. Or intertextuality or influence. Matthew Arnold's Shorab and Rustam was influenced by Shah's Noma. 10th century 10th century Persian epic poem written by the poet uh, Fardasi. Then mythological questions also you will get. Medusa is the famous Gorgon, known for her power of transforming people into stone. This question is from Greco-Roman period. Greco-Roman, that mythological characters, you will get questions on that things also. Then about history, Lady Jane Grey was the monarch who ruled England for just 9 days. You will get questions like that. Then dates, Shakespeare first folio was published in 1623. Then some kind of questions like less known works. Frozen Deep is a play by Charles Dickens. Then prize winners. William Faulkner was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1949. Like that questions you will get. Try to uh, try to search previous 10 years Nobel Prize winner of English literature. Then imaginary town. Yokno Patawa country is created by William Faulkner. Wessex, that fictional country created by Thomas Hardy. In our Indian literature, as we know that R.K. Narayan or Kanta, sorry, Malgudi is what, which Malgudi, that particular fictional uh, location created by Indian author R.K. Narayan. So these kind of questions you will get. Critical terms. Lesbian continuum was coined by Andrian Rich. This is particularly critical terms uh, asked in previous year examination. Then criticism. The names of for works. The author name of Ben Johnson's discoveries is the Tumblr. Then criticism. Questions based on criticism. The mistake of judging a work by being partial to the author is personal estimate fallacies. Then some questions like technical terms ABCC is the rhyme scheme of autorima. These kind of questions you will get. As I mentioned in previous slide, on particular linguistic you will get direct questions like linguistic phonetics. H is the only glottal fricative sound. So you will get questions like which of the following is only glottal fricative sound, and you will get questions like h, then r, ch, j. Like that, you will get options. You have to understand that sound particularly. Then linguistic origin. The word pearl is a Romanian origin. You have to understand that things also. Then linguistic about theory. A sign consists of signifier and signified. You have to study thoroughly linguistics and their terms or ideas. Then Noam Chomsky proposed transformational generative grammar. Then contemporary writers like Winter of the World, 2012, is the modern historical novel by Ken Follett. Then other literature like Japanese literature, which is the first novel, The Tale of Genji by Murasaki Shikibu. Like that, you will get questions. Now we will move on success formula to crack Maharashtra State examination. Plan according to the syllabus, study hard, then revise it again and again, then practice, then analyze and improve. Golden rule for time management: follow a fixed study schedule, revise regularly, practice MCQ daily, and take mock tests consistently. Now, I will explain some tips, tricks, and common mistakes to avoid these things. This is very, very important thing. Pay attention to keywords such as not, except, incorrect, or false. During that hurry, during examination, we are in hurry, so we cannot read question carefully, and that's why we commit mistakes and we lose marks. So try to focus on not, except, incorrect, or false. Read question carefully, then finalize your answer. Then use elimination method. If you are confused about MCQs, so use elimination method. Elimination, obviously incorrect option first. So remove that incorrect option first and try to focus on which one is appropriate answer, or which answers are right according to your logic or knowledge. Increase the chance of selecting the correct answer. Elimination method is it will helpful for you to increase the chance of selecting the correct answer. Then manage time effectively. Do not spend too much time on one question. Attempt easier questions first. Try to understand or try to solve easier questions first, and then try to focus on questions which one difficult for you. Then stay calm and confident during examination. Avoid panic during the examination. Trust your preparation and practice. Common mistakes to avoid: ignoring paper one. As I mentioned in during first session itself, try, paper one is the success to crack any net or set examination. If you get more than 70 marks in paper one, definitely will crack uh, any set or net examination. So don't ignore paper one. Paper one is the key factor to crack this examination. So many candidates focus only on English literature, but try to focus on paper one also. Give equal importance to teaching aptitude, research methodology, research aptitude, reasoning, communication, and ICT. Then studying without a plan. This is also try to avoid. Random study leads to incomplete preparation. Follow a structured timetable and topic-wise schedule. You should know what to read instead of what not read. Literary theory is often considered difficult and ignored. As we already discussed, literary theory is very, very important topic to score or to get maximum mark. It is one of the most important scoring section uh, of English literature. Skipping revision. Reading once is not enough. Revise important topics multiple times for long-term retention. Not solving previous year question paper is also harmful for you. Missing an opportunity to understand question pattern. Solve the at least 5 to 10 years previous year question papers. Avoiding mock tests also harmful for you. It will helpful. Mock test is also helpful for you to prepare yourself in that particular stipulated time. Take regular mock test to improve speed and accuracy. So you will get idea how we can cover all that 100 questions in particular time span. Learning new topics at least last minute. It creates confusion and stress. So don't try to focus on last minute of examination on new topics. Focus on revision and strengthen existing knowledge. Golden rules for Maharashtra set examination to get success: complete the syllabus systematically, revise regularly and consistently, practice MCQs every day, solve previous year question papers, mock test frequently, uh, mock test, take mock test frequently, focus on accuracy as well as speed, and maintain confidence and positive mindset. Some books I will suggest you, but there are lots of books available on market in market, so it's too difficult for you to read all that books. If you see a critical history of English literature, David Dyches, or outline of history of English Literature, William Henry Hudson, or UGC Net Set English Literature by Dr. R.R. Sharma. These are the very few books I mention here. There are lots, hundreds of books available in market. So it's too difficult to choose. But for theory, you can use beginning theory, an introduction to literary and cultural theory. Peter Barry is the best book. Then, as I mentioned, for literary terms, M.H. Abraham, the glossary of literary terms. Then literary theory and introduction, Terry Eagleton is also helpful for you. For Indian English literature, you can use M.K. Naik's Indian English literature. Then the Cambridge History of English Literature is also, there are multiple volumes. So try to see or try to purchase that books which is suitable for you. But as per my knowledge, there are thousands of books. Don't spend too much money. Nowadays, most of the books are available in PDF form on internet. So try to search that things. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Don't feel any kind of language barriers. You can ask in Marathi. I will give you as best. I will try to give you best answer. कोणाला काही शंका आहेत? किंवा एखाद्या yes.
Will this PPT be shared in the group, sir?
Yes, I will share this PPT in your WhatsApp group. Don't worry. If you have any doubt regarding any topic or anything, you can ask. In Marathi also you can ask. कोणाला काही शंका आहेत का? याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही कसं ध्यानात ठेवता याच्यावरती खूप महत्वाचं आहे. मी जसं सांगितलं की रिचर्ड क्रॅशॉ दॅट ही रोट स्टेप टू द टेम्पल. क्रॅश ऑन स्टेप म्हणजे स्टेप वरती एक क्रॅश होती. हे अशा पद्धतीनं, आणि हा क्वेश्चन विचारलेला आहे प्रिव्हियस इयरच्या एक्झामिनेशन मध्ये. हु रोट स्टेप टू द टेम्पल? रिचर्ड क्रॅशॉ. देन मार्गारेट ड्रबल यांचा जन्म कधी झाला? 1939. त्यावेळी वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकंड स्टार्ट होणार होतं. म्हणजे ट्रबल यांचा जन्म झाला आणि सर्व जगामध्ये ट्रबल चालू झालं. अशा पद्धतीनं तुम्ही काहीतरी ट्रिक्स बनवा, त्या फनी असू देत कशाही असू देत, पण तुम्ही ते रिमेंबर करण्याचा किंवा रिटेन करण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. तर हे इंग्लिश लिटरेचर सिलेबस इतका वास्ट आहे, त्यामुळं इट इज नॉट इझी. आपण MA पर्यंतच्या सिलेबसमध्ये फक्त 1% सिलेबस कव्हर होतोय, तेवढा पण होत नसेल. जर तुम्ही ग्रीको रोमन पिरियड पासून बघितलं, ऍस्किलिस, सोफोक्लिस, युरिपिडस हे नावं, जॉफ्री चौसर, देन जे अदर एन्शियंट ड्रामॅटिस्ट आहेत, सिनेका द यंगर वगैरे, हे नावं पहिल्यांदा ज्यावेळी आपण क्लास करतो किंवा लिटरेचरचा सेटनेटच्या पर्टिक्युलर ह्याच्या पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यूने ज्यावेळी स्टडी करतो त्यावेळी आपल्याला ते लक्षात येतं. म्हणजे 1% सिलेबस पण आपला MA पर्यंतच्या सिलेबसमध्ये कव्हर होत नाही. त्यामुळं कोणतेही तुम्ही ट्रिक्स बनवा आणि त्याच्या पद्धतीनं तुम्ही अभ्यास करा की आपण मॅक्झिमम कसं लक्षात ठेवू. मार्गारेट ट्रबल तुम्हाला एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं की त्यांचा जन्म झाला, त्यानंतर जगात सगळीकडे ट्रबल चालू झालं, म्हणजे त्यांचा जन्म 1939 साली झाला. अशा पद्धतीने तुम्ही फनी ट्रिक्स वापरू शकता. कोणाला काही शंका आहेत? शंका आहेत का कोणाला काही? Shall we stop?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
कोणाला काही फीडबॅक वगैरे काय द्यायचं आहे सेशन बद्दल? काय थोडं फास्ट झालं? इट्स टू डिफिकल्ट टू कव्हर ऑल दॅट टॉपिक.
Yes, sir. You have nicely gave us the idea of whole syllabus, but will you please suggest us the one book we can't avoid it? The one book.
Means there are, as I mentioned, there are lots of books available in market. It's too difficult for you. कसं आहे माहिती का? Can you understand Marathi?
Yes, sir. Marathi as well as English.
ओके. आता याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला कोणताही प्रश्न असेल, सोशल पॉलिटिकल बॅकग्राऊंडचा लिटरेचरवरती इम्पॅक्ट होत गेलाय. ज्यावेळी रेस्टोरेशन पिरियड आलं त्यावेळी थिएटरवरती बॅन आला. त्यामुळं त्यानंतर काय झालं की पोएट्रीकडे वळले. म्हणजे ज्यावेळी थिएटरवरती बॅन आला त्यावेळी ड्रामा हा पूर्णपणे लिटरेचरचा आर्ट फॉर्म थांबला. म्हणजे त्याचे रायटर्स पूर्णपणे परत नंतर पोएट्रीकडे कन्वर्ट, म्हणजे त्यांनी पोएम्स लिहायला वगैरे चालू केलं. त्यानंतर हळूहळू नॉवेलची डेव्हलपमेंट झाली. म्हणजे तुमचा सोशल पॉलिटिकल तुम्हाला हिस्ट्री समजल्याशिवाय तुम्हाला त्या पिरियडमध्ये, आता टी.एस. इलियट यांनी वेस्टलँड का पोएम लिहिली? कारण की त्या वेस्टलँडमध्ये लॉस ऑफ फेथ ऑन गॉड हे थीम आहे. मग ते काय आहे, वर्ल्ड वॉर फर्स्ट झालेलं आणि त्याच्यामुळं ना सगळे मटेरियलिझमकडे वळलेले. म्हणजे प्रत्येकाचं त्यांचा देवावरती विश्वास वगैरे पूर्ण उडलेला. त्यामुळे जर वेस्टलँडची जर आपण हे बघितली लास्ट लाईन, शांती शांती दत्ता द्वया धम शांती शांती शांती, या लाईननी केले. म्हणजे ते काय आहे की ओव्हरऑल त्या सोशल किंवा पॉलिटिकल टर्माइलचा, म्हणजे त्या पॉलिटिकल ह्याचा इन्फ्लुएन्स त्या लिटरेचरवरती झालाय. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला जर लिटरेचर हिस्ट्री समजायचं असेल तर तुम्ही झपूरचा बघा. तुम्हाला, आपण मराठी आहे तर तुम्ही झपूरचा अच्युत गोडबोलेंचे 3 अंक होते. त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी बऱ्यापैकी हे केले, मेन मेजर ऑथर्स आहेत ते कव्हर केलेत. त्यानंतर तुम्हाला एखादं हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर, म्हणजे इंग्रजी साहित्याचा मराठीतून इतिहास असं कुठलं पुस्तक लिहिलेलं कोणी असेल तरी ते बघा, की जेणेकरून तुम्हाला ते पूर्ण हिस्ट्री समजली पाहिजे. तरच तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करणं किंवा तुम्हाला ते लिटररी जे पिरियड्स आहेत ते तुम्हाला लक्षात येतील, कशा पद्धतीने चेंजेस होत गेलेत. आणि हे बल्की बुक्स आहेत. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही जस्ट सुरुवात करणार असाल सेटनेटच्या एक्झामला आणि जर तुम्ही हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचरचे बुक्स बघितले तर 2-2 व्हॉल्युम्स असे मोठे आहेत आणि ते तिथंच आपला कॉन्फिडन्स लूज होतो की एवढा कधी स्टडी करायचा. सो त्यामुळे तुम्ही कशा पद्धतीनं तुम्ही समजून घेता. देअर आर लॉट्स ऑफ युट्यूब चॅनल्स अवेलेबल, फ्री आहेत, काय हे आहेत. मग त्याच्यामध्ये बघा, मी तुम्हाला एखादं सजेस्ट करेन की कल्याणी वल्लत असू दे किंवा विनीत पांड्या, त्यानंतर स्पार्क नोट्स आहेत, त्यानंतर वेगवेगळे चॅनल्स जे इंग्लिश लिटरेचरच्या समरीज सांगतायत ते तुम्ही यूज करू शकता फॉर बेटर अंडरस्टँडिंग. अजून काय कोणाला सांगायचं? ट्राय टू फोकस ऑन थिअरी अँड लिटररी टर्म्स, यू विल गेट मॅक्झिमम मार्क्स. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये सिलेबस खूप कमी आहे आणि तुम्हाला मार्क्स मिळण्याचे चान्सेस खूप जास्त आहेत. फक्त थिअरी आणि त्या गोष्टी लक्षात ठेवा. लिटरेचर हिस्ट्री तुम्ही कितीही वाचा. आता लास्ट 5-6 वर्षाचे जर तुम्ही नोबेल प्राइज विनर बघितले, एकही ब्रिटिश नाहीये किंवा एकही इंग्लिश लिटरेचर लिहिलेलं नाहीये. त्यामुळं तुम्हाला ग्रीको रोमन पिरियड पासून कंटेम्पररी पाठीमागच्या वर्षी किंवा ह्या दरम्यान जे काही लिहिलेले आहेत यांचे सुद्धा तुम्हाला कलेक्शन किंवा त्यांची नावं, त्यांच्या रायटर्सची नावं वगैरे माहीत पाहिजेत. त्यामुळे हे खूप वास्ट आहे. त्यामुळे तुम्ही मॅक्झिमम फोकस हा जे कमी सिलेबस मध्ये आपण कव्हर करू शकतो. इंडियन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर असू दे, त्यानंतर लिटररी थिअरी, लिटररी क्रिटिसिझम असू दे, लिंग्विस्टिक, हे चेंज होत नाही. याच्यामध्ये सिलेबस लिमिटेड आहे पण तुम्हाला स्कोर करण्याचे चान्सेस खूप आहेत. अजून काय कोणाला शंका आहेत? ओके, शॅल वी स्टॉप? Okay, thank you one and all.